air. Yeah.
This is 1989. Prime Isiah Thomas is explaining Arsenio Hall why Michael Jordan the best player he's ever seen.
Michael Jordan. The best.
Remember what you just heard, we're coming back to it. Because what I'm about to show you is going to blow your mind. Yo, what's good everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button because we're about to expose some serious hypocrisy in the basketball world. And if you already rock with the channel, drop a like on this video so more people can see what I'm about to show you. Today I'm talking about Isiah Thomas. Now, I love Zeke as a player, two-time NBA champion, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest point guards ever. But what he just said about Michael Jordan and LeBron James on national television, that is not analysis. That is not facts. That is pure bitterness. And I got receipts to prove it. Let's get into it. So before I show you what Isiah said this week, let me take you back in time. This is Isiah Thomas in the late 1990s. He's doing play-by-play commentary for NBA on NBC. And here's what he said about Michael Jordan.
It's not the flashy things, it's the little simple things that he does. It's his fundamental base combined with his skill base that makes him the greatest player to ever play.
And you say that without hesitation.
Without hesitation.
The greatest to ever play the game. Now here's what is important about that moment. This was the late 90s. At that time, Wilt Chamberlain still had the record for points per game at 30.1. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was still the all-time leading scorer. Magic Johnson, Isiah's best friend, had just retired as one of the most accomplished players ever. And Michael Jordan was still building his resume. But Isiah still called him the greatest. Not because of cumulative statistics, not because MJ held every record, because of what he saw on the basketball court. Remember that, because Isiah's standards are about to change. Now, we all know Isiah Thomas and Michael Jordan have beef. And I'm not here to relitigate the whole thing, but let me give you the quick timeline. 1991, Bad Boys walk off the court without shaking hands after Bulls sweep them. 1992, Isiah gets left off the Dream Team. MJ's influence reportedly played a role. 2020, The Last Dance drops. MJ calls Isiah an asshole on camera. 2025, Isiah says on a podcast he won't wear Jordans until MJ apologizes publicly. And now 2026, Isiah Thomas goes on FanDuel's Run It Back show and says something that I need to show you. Because this is where the hypocrisy gets exposed. Here's what Isiah Thomas said this week about Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Pay close attention to his exact words.
LeBron James sitting there, he holding every single basketball record. I mean, every single one of them.
Every single basketball record. Every single one of them. Okay, we'll come back to that. But wait, there's more.
I know we talk about Jordan, but he leads in no statistical basketball category.
He leads in no statistical basketball category. And then Isiah says this.
Then when y'all say who the great is, y'all talk about the guy that gave you some shoes and, gave you some warm-ups.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand Isiah's argument. Number one, LeBron holds every single basketball record. Number two, Michael Jordan leads in no statistical category. Number three, people only call MJ the GOAT because of the shoes. Isiah, I'm about to fact check you, and it is not going to be pretty. Let's start with the most obvious lie. LeBron holds the every single basketball record. That is factually incorrect. And I'm not talking about small, obscure records. I am talking about the biggest records in basketball. Career points per game, Michael Jordan 30.12, LeBron James 26.9, Jordan's record, not LeBron's. Playoff points per game, Michael Jordan 33.4, LeBron James 28.4, Jordan's record, not LeBron's. Scoring titles, Michael Jordan 10, LeBron James 1, Jordan's record, not LeBron's. Most 40-point playoff games, Michael Jordan 38, LeBron James 28. Jordan's record, not LeBron's. So Isiah, when you say LeBron holds every single NBA record, what you really mean is LeBron has more total points from playing 8 more seasons. That is called longevity, not dominance. Both matter, both are impressive, but don't lie and say it is every single NBA record. But it gets worse for Isiah's argument, because you know what else Jordan leads in? Career Player Efficiency Rating (PER). Michael Jordan 27.91, number 1 all time. LeBron James 27.1. Career Bucks plus minus, Michael Jordan 9.22, number 1 all time. LeBron James 8.93. NBA Finals record, Michael Jordan 6-0, perfect. LeBron James 4-6. Finals MVP awards, Michael Jordan 6, LeBron James 4. All defensive first team selections, Michael Jordan 9, LeBron James 5. So Isiah, you said Jordan leads in no statistical basketball category, right? That is not analysis. That is a lie. But here's where it gets even more embarrassing for Isiah Thomas. Because there are records that only Michael Jordan has that LeBron will never achieve. This is the only MJ list. Only Michael Jordan has won MVP, Defensive Player of the Year and scoring title in the same season. 1988, no one else has ever done it. Only Michael Jordan never scored under 20 points in an NBA Finals game. 35 Finals games, never under 20. Only Michael Jordan averaged 33.4 points per game in the playoffs. That is nearly 5 points higher than everyone else in the history. Only Michael Jordan went 6-0 in the finals with 6 Finals MVPs. Perfect record. Perfect performance. So Isiah, let me ask you directly, if LeBron holds every single record, then what are these? You lied, and we all know why. Now here's where this gets really interesting, because I want to take you back to 1990. Remember that clip I showed you at the beginning? Let me play that again. This is 1990.
In terms of his quickness, his strength, his jumping ability, his touch, and also his knowledge and understanding for the game. He by far, is the best I've ever seen. And Irvin's my boy.
At that time, Michael Jordan had 0 championships. Wilt Chamberlain held the record for points per game. Kareem was the all-time leading scorer. Magic Johnson had 5 championships and 3 Finals MVPs. And Isiah Thomas still called Michael Jordan by far the best I've ever seen. Not because of statistics, not because of records, because of what he saw. Because of the eye test. Because of greatness that couldn't be quantified. Which is it, Zeke? Do stats matter or don't they? Because in 1990, you didn't care about Wilt's records when you were defending Michael Jordan's greatness. But in 2026, you're saying the only thing that matters is who holds the most records. Your standards changed, not because basketball changed, but because your relationship with Michael Jordan fell apart. This isn't about LeBron versus MJ, this is about you versus MJ, and you're using LeBron as a weapon to settle your beef. That is not analysis, Isiah. That is bitterness. Now, Isiah also said something else on Run It Back. He said today's generation of players suffers from self-hate because they pick Michael Jordan over LeBron James.
The self-hate that they have on themselves, to me, that's problematic because they self-hate on each other and then they blame it on us.
Let me tell you why that is wrong. Today's players don't pick Michael Jordan because they hate themselves. They pick Michael Jordan for the exact same reasons you did in 1990, Isiah. They see killer instinct. They see the two-way dominance. They see the perfect finals record. They see the 10 scoring titles. They see the clutch performances. They see the championships. They see what you saw in 1990. Kevin Durant picks MJ. Giannis picks MJ. Steph Curry respects MJ's legacy. Are they all suffering from self-hate? Or are they using the same eye test that you used 35 years ago? The difference is this. In 1990, you had the integrity to call greatness what it was. even when that player was your rival. In 2026, you're changing your standards to discredit someone who left you off the dream team. Today's players aren't betraying their era, Isiah. They're honoring the game the way you taught them to. They're judging greatness based on dominance, not just accumulation. They're judging greatness based on what they see, not just what is on the record book. They are using your 1990 criteria. You just don't like the answer anymore. Look, I'm not here to destroy Isiah Thomas. This man is a basketball legend, two-time champion, winner in high school, winner in college, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game. The Bad Boys changed basketball. Isiah has nothing to prove, but this bitterness toward Michael Jordan is making him look foolish. Every time he does this, people forget about his greatness and remember the grudge. LeBron James doesn't need Isiah Thomas lying about Michael Jordan to build his case. LeBron's resume speaks for itself. LeBron would probably say Isiah Thomas to chill. And Michael Jordan doesn't owe you an apology, Zeke. You lost to him on the basketball court. That is sports. That is competition. Let it go. Because right now, the only person this bitterness is hurting is you. Alright, that is my take. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Isiah has a point about players not respecting their own era? Or is this just straight up hypocrisy and bitterness? And do you think Michael Jordan owes him a public apology? I want to hear from you.